I think if this happens for me, the season is already over. The season is already lost. As a future Liverpool captain, as a Liverpool fan, I thought this season couldn't be any way worse. But no, they're trying to make it even as worst as possible. They're trying to make it the worst season ever. Because I've explained it in my last videos. As a Liverpool fan, what will kill you is hope. I thought that the first half of the season was really terrible, but we're gonna try to make a great second half of the season. Maybe win a Champions League trophy. I don't know, win an FA Cup trophy. And start building next season. But I think if this happens for me, the season is already over. The season is already lost. Because I've heard a rumor linking Curtis Jones to Inter Milan. And that's what I want to discuss in this video and what it means behind the scenes. So there was reports coming in this week that there was an outburst in the dressing room between Curtis Jones and Arne Slot. I'm not in the dressing room, so I can't know if it's true or not. We've seen a video of Arne Slot giving tactics to Curtis Jones, and Curtis Jones doesn't understand what he's trying to do. He doesn't agree with his tactics. We've seen that video during a game, and we've had rumors like in the last 24 hours, 48 hours, Fabrizio Romano telling us that Inter Milan are trying to sign Curtis Jones on a loan. That's what's worst. So they're taking an academy player. They're taking one of our best midfielders this season. Honestly, if you tell me that Curtis Jones hasn't been one of the most consistent midfielders, for me, I prefer him to McAllister this season, if I'm being honest. But because of most of you who watched the video and have watched the match against Karabag, you tell me, oh no, McAllister is great. No, McAllister this season has been really poor, and for me, Jones has been better. So they're trying to sell one of our best midfielders in January, but on loan. That's what's the worst. Like that for me. Like if there was an offer of let's say 80 million, 90 million for Curtis Jones in January, I would say okay. I get that Liverpool is listening. I get that an offer like that, it's surprising. But the fact that it's a loan deal plus an option to buy, which is not guaranteed, for 40 million, and what we get in exchange is what we get in exchange is that we just talked to Denzel Dumfries, who's 28 years old, as a right back. When you have two right backs at the club, yes, there is one that's injured, but you've already had two right backs, and you're gonna sell one of the future captain of Liverpool for a right back. For me, I think that's catastrophic, and that's the moment. If this had happened, I've seen rumors of Paul Joyce saying that Liverpool have turned down that idea. But the fact that they even entertained that idea tells me that there's something going wrong at Liverpool. There is something seriously going wrong. Either the manager, the message he's giving to the team doesn't pass at all. The dressing room, he's completely lost it, because I don't think it's normal that Robertson, who's your vice captain, wants to leave in January. Curtis Jones, who's if you tell me a player that represents the most Liverpool, it's Curtis Jones, Scouser, homegrown player. If he wants to leave in January, that's a bit telling also. So either the message is not passing, or either there is a problem with the messenger, Arne Slot, because I don't get what we're doing. I really don't get what we're doing. And this transfer rumor makes me think that outburst in the dressing room, I think it's right. I think really the players are having a problem with the manager, and the fact that we're preferring to back a manager over the whole dressing room tells me that something is wrong. Something is really off. I've said it in my video that I want managers to have the power. I want managers to have the time to work. Yes, I want it, but clearly Arne Slot, it's not working. It's not working. But I don't think he's the only responsible in that that deal. I think Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards have to seriously be questioned, because when you've lost Jared Kwanzaa in the summer, you've lost Trent Alexander-Arnold, and in January you're trying to sell Curtis Jones, who I think if he doesn't leave in January, he'll leave through in the summer because you haven't extended his contract. What are they trying to do? For me, it's so evident that it's for business reasons. because Curtis Jones is a homegrown player, so you're getting 100% of profit. Jerry Quarter was the homegrown player. You're getting 100% profit. Trent Alexander-Arnold, you got a 10 million profit. So I don't think Arne Slot is only the only responsible. I think Richard Hughes is thinking about profits, because clubs nowadays, we can't say it, they're run like businesses. But I think that's not a Liverpool way of doing things. How am I going to watch a team without any scouts or without any team that bleeds Liverpool? If there is a player that understands the Liverpool standards, that understands what we need in a catastrophic season as this season, it's Curtis Jones. And let's not forget that Curtis Jones, he's just turned 25. He has the potential. For me, I see him that as a Liverpool, as a future Liverpool captain. He's that talented player. He's the only one of the only midfielders that still have that club DNA in him, that presses with so much intensity. Him and Szoboszlai. You might change a manager. Maybe let's say Xabi Alonso comes in. Don't you think that Xabi Alonso would love to work with a player like Curtis Jones? And who are we going to replace him with? Because you have to have a quota of homegrown players. Your manager hates to include academy players. So who's going to replace him? I think really this situation can't keep going on at Liverpool. And in a season where if nothing goes really well for Liverpool, they are really making me even don't want to watch Liverpool anymore. Because what's the point of watching a club that doesn't even represent a bit, of what it used to represent? Liverpool used to have an identity. Where is that identity? For me, it's as if Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, all the people in charge are trying to strip out the identity from Liverpool. It's as if we'll see what happens at Real Madrid, and we're trying to say, oh, let's copy that. Yeah, let's copy that. Let's just go splash some money and forget that we have academy players. Forget that we had values that made this Liverpool team great. So I genuinely hope that this rumor is false, but I don't think so, because Fabrizio Romano really gets it wrong. So even if it doesn't happen, Liverpool entertained the offer, and I'm hearing that Curtis Jones is also interested in the move. That's a problem, as I said, if Curtis Jones and Andy Robertson are looking to move out, the two most Liverpool players, if they're looking to move away, it's that there is something wrong. There was also the Salah situation in the beginning of the season. Look, this situation can keep going. I don't care if Liverpool, because me, it's not only about winning. I've said it many times. Liverpool is also about, for example, one of the best memories I have of Liverpool as a Liverpool fan was when the club kids won the Carabao Cup. For me, that was incredible, seeing a team full of youth with Van Dijk leading them, going and scoring that last minute winner. For me, that was the moment I said, okay, maybe Klopp, he deserves a statue at Liverpool. He deserves a statue, because winning against Chelsea with only academic graduates who realized who realized their dreams, who also made us attractive to also other youth prospects. If you have attracted Rio Ngumoha, it's also because of that Carabao Cup win. If you have attracted young players like Joshua Abe, who's in the U18, it's because of that trophy. So these moments are the moments that, that as fans we cherish. So what's the point of removing all that and going and if it's about splashing each summer 100 million on or go bring Elliot Anderson? I love Elliot Anderson, but if it's just to sell Curtis Jones, that's going to bring players who doesn't have any connection with Liverpool, it's not worth it. I've said it a lot of times. One of the reasons I blame Arne Slot, it's not the fact that we're losing. It's okay to lose. Like I've supported Liverpool during the Roy Hodgson era. I've seen Liverpool win nothing season in season. I've seen Liverpool with Josh Allen in the team. That's not a problem, not losing. But one of the things I blame him, it's not even using the youth team. It's as if I'm saying, it's as if the people that are in charge of the club are trying to strip up the identity. One of the things I'm asking Aaron Slot to use your youth system. Liverpool have not maybe the best academy in England, but we have young players. Trey Nayoni, we have seen him in the Champions League. He's so composed. He's good on the ball. Why did Trey Nayoni get any chance this season? In a season where nothing works, why don't you use youth players? Rio Ngumoha is give me one reason why Rio Ngumoha didn't start over Gakpo in the Champions League. There is no reason. Calvin Ramsey doesn't even exist. Calvin Ramsey, it's for me, it's ridiculous that Calvin Ramsey hasn't even played a single game when we don't have any right back. And I'm sure that Randy Slot will prefer playing. He'll even play Wirtz at right back. He'll even play Wirtz at right back rather than playing Calvin Ramsey, who has shown us with one game that he has the level, he has the talent, he has what it takes, you know. So I find it unfortunate that, you know, after winning a Premier League trophy, after showing that much ambition in the transfer window, you don't build on that. I find it unfortunate, you know, because I'd rather, honestly, rather than becoming just a club that spends money and win, like, rather than becoming a club, like, with all due respect to Real Madrid or Man City, I prefer that we win nothing, we do nothing, but we keep our identity, we keep our values, you know. Because honestly, Kwanzaa, it hurted a bit that seeing a young player with potential at centre back getting sold because 40 million, you can't refuse that offer. Okay, I heard it. Trent, a local lad, a homegrown, a Scouser living, he heard it. But if Curtis Jones leaves, for me, he's not only a Liverpool-born player, but he's also one of my favorite players. Really, that came in through the youth system. I've followed Curtis Jones since his academy days when he was playing at left wing, and I watched one game and I realized, okay, this kid is going straight to the top. This kid is going straight to the top. And even Steven Gerrard told it to Jurgen Klopp. He said, I don't care what you do, but one thing I ask you, don't ever sell Curtis Jones, because we have a quality player coming from the academy. Everyone saw it, but telling me that nowadays we're gonna sell every academy player because there is irresistible offer. Come on, we'll live up. We're not also Burnley. We don't need to sell to make money. We just need to win, you know. So that was my take on that situation, and I think, you know, it's unfortunate, and you can add that the fact that the transfer window is finishing today and we haven't signed a right back when we don't have a right back also. Because I'm asking Arsenal to trust youth, but can we also like wake up and realize that January is the month where you get the chance to sort of fix what went wrong in the first half of the season, you know. That's the month you're supposed to fix things, you know. Clubs like Man City do it. They went and got Gehi. We didn't sign him. We didn't even propose to sign him. I find it, but I accept it, you know. But now you don't have any right back. Your players are getting injured, but not now. But before, you know, you used to refuse to buy in January, which I understand. Okay, you don't want to buy in January. You don't want to reinforce the team for a second part of the season, which has costed us in 2021, has costed us a lot of titles against Manchester City, but you haven't learned the lesson. But now you're even adding an extra level of selling your players in January, which is, I can't understand. I really can't understand. If you're a Liverpool fan and you have watched this video, let me know your thoughts in the comments. This video wasn't scripted at all. That's what I thought. That was my take of the moment right here. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.